It is Food City Friday. Food City Friday is always so much fun. It's even more fun when Chef Julie's here, and you've got the smells of coffee and
it
chocolate.
Does smell good on
It's
here.
just, I said it's wafting throughout the studio, and it really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
This weekend I have the privilege of making a special wedding cake for a dear friend, and she's got a lot of wonderful desserts at her wedding. So we wanted to make a cake that was a little bit different, not just the traditional.
Right.
So we're doing coffee flavors. So I'm doing my white butter cake that's infused with some espresso, and then chocolate ganache that's mocha flavored.
Some of that
I have a
there.
coffee syrup. I have homemade caramel. I have an espresso French custard that's all going to fill it inside. And it's really delicious. But I also had daytime today. So I was thinking, what do I do for daytime? And I realized, you know, those flavors are wonderful, but it takes a lot of time to create that. Can I make a dessert that anybody can make pretty quickly using a lot of pre-made stuff and mixes, so kind of have that experience and do something that's great for summer. You know, when you have summer gatherings, you know, you make the big banana pudding or whatever to take to the picnic or the family reunion or whatever. And it's like, what if we had something kind of coffee flavored, you know, that would be kind of similar in idea to that. So that's what we've got. I'm calling it Cafe Mocha Delight.
Cafe Mocha Delight.
Now,
I like the name. I really do.
If you make it and you come up with a better name, you just contact me on social media and let me know.
Exactly right.
But that's what we're going to call it. So
Cafe Mocha Delight.
Yeah, and there's there it is down there. But we'll just start with some of the things that will be going together, and we'll assemble it here in just a little bit.
Very good.
But the first thing I did is I took a no-bake cheesecake mix. Okay, and I just took the cheesecake part out. We don't need the graham crackers for this one. And then a small box of chocolate pudding. And you put that together, and then just add your milk, and that becomes this wonderful chocolate mousse here. Let me get this out of the way.
There you go.
Yep, and it'll become a wonderful chocolate mousse. Once you mix it really well, you'll fold in some whipped topping, like Cool Whip, and it makes this wonderful mousse. And that's that part of our wonderful components.
And that's
which is
easy enough.
That's easy enough. Yeah, I'm sweating real hard here. Now the next thing's a little bit different. I'm making an espresso pudding, or a coffee pudding, I should say. You know, you can't buy coffee pudding, but you can make your own. So this is vanilla, instant vanilla, and I'm going to let you pour this milk in here. What I did, go ahead. What I did is I took a small amount of the milk, just a few tablespoons, heated it up a little bit in the microwave, and I added instant coffee.
Oh, very good.
How hard is that?
Yes.
I'll let you stir
You
that
got
together.
Right there.
Yeah. And then you have this wonderful coffee flavored pudding. Now, of course, it'll take it a little bit for it to get good and thick.
Do you want me to do that?
I'll let you do that. So those are two of the components. Now, there's two other things that I'm not going to show you how to make today. If you go to my website, bakingwithjulie.com, I have links to the recipes. One is a chocolate ganache, which is really, you just heat up some heavy cream, put in some chocolate chips, stir it around, you're done, you know, and you can add some coffee to that as well, instant coffee and a little vanilla.
I love chocolate ganache. I mean, even put them on like cupcakes or something.
It's amazing. The other thing, if you want to hand me that little squirt bottle, this is coffee syrup. So I've got a recipe link for that. It's a simple syrup where you just heat up water and sugar on the stove. They do have put a little cream of tartar in one version I found. But I use coffee to make it instead of plain water. And I brewed a cup of my favorite coffee, and I made this coffee syrup. And so that's something else that we put into our little dessert. And we have some cookies. We have some little crumbled up chocolates. And of course the key is angel food cake. And you just buy a pre-made cake. And of course angel food is so easy to tear up. And the thing I love about this dessert is you can put it in any kind of container you want. You can make it several days in advance. To be honest, because of my schedule, I made this stuff on Wednesday. But it's going to taste amazing.
It's going to be in the fridge anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be in the fridge, and you want those flavors to kind of meld together and things to kind of soften and all of that. So to me, it's just the perfect thing for summer.
Is that thick enough?
That's great, and it'll just continue to thicken, and we could fold in a little whipped topping into that too, kind of lighten it up, which I'll do on the break. And when we come back, we'll put this together and let you make your own little Cafe Mocha Delight cup.
But you actually have a little story behind all of this. I mean, I mean, the wedding cake.
The wedding cake.
It's for a very special family.
It is. We have a dear family, the Lamb family, and they're like family to us, and they adopted from Ethiopia before we did. And so we've just been good friends for the years. And so last year, about a year ago, if y'all remember, I did a naked cake on Daytime. And that's because their oldest daughter was getting married, and now it's Hannah's getting married. So Hannah and Benjamin, congratulations.
It's that time of year for weddings.
It is,
It really
and I'm
is.
excited to get to be a part of their wedding and make the special cake for
everybody
them.
wants to be a June bride.
That's right. Well, yes, and weddings are special, and I think that's
Yes.
a part of cake, dessert, making a family gathering just a little bit
Right.
better, making something memorable that people talk about.
Right.
I think that just kind of, I don't know, that's a part of why I bake. It's just a way to show love to people and to make something kind of elevate an occasion and make it something that's memorable, you know.
Right.
That's what it's about.
And taste like smells, and it becomes part of your memory.
It really does.
I mean, you associate.
You know,
really do.
smell gets into our memories
Right.
quicker than anything
Right.
else. And so that is a part of the magic of cooking, I feel, and of sharing our culture through food,
All right.
is that we do create that.
Well, we're going to come back here and put all of these things together. Now, you can find out more by going to bakingwithjulie.com and foodcity.com for everything you see here on the table today.